Everybody, Houston here. We got my brother Brandon Wright. Now, normally I'm on the show called Wrestling Tracks, but today our first episode of Truckers Pod with my brother Brandon Wright. All his idea, actually. I should come up with the name. So, what's up, Brandon?
How you doing, nigga?
I'm good, man. Now, those of you,
Actually, I was so surprised to see that you pulled all this together within an ideal in 24 hours. That is amazing, by the way. Just wanted to tell you thank you.
no problem, man. That's what I do. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch Wrestling Tracks. I got to throw in wrestling here and there. It's what I do. That's what I've been doing for a long time. I got to throw it in. But Brandon got some gaming. He got some life on the road as a trucker. A little bit of football. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Just like we do normally talk on the phone. So this is just like it is. You might hear, we might go off, we might push the envelope a little bit. And hey, whatever happens, man.
Yeah.
I gotta.
I can't really talk about Cowboys because you have a divided house as far as football goes.
Yeah.
But I'm not big into the professional football. I'm more of a roll tide college football guy. Alabama all the way.
Yes, sir. And of course, I gotta warn two specific people, our mothers, because everything you about to hear, you might hear, it might be here for the first time. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm trying to save those for the episode, and I'm gonna try to keep it as PG-13 as possible. Well, brother knows though.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm not. There's certain things I could, but I'm not going to mention. In fact, I joke with Brandon a lot. The stories I could tell gonna have to wait till his funeral when he's dead and gone. Then, only then, I tell these stories.
Yeah, because while I'm alive, I probably still get a broomstick to go upside my head and by the way, skip the backdrop noise. It's raining over here in Freeport, Louisiana, on my way to Dallas.
Yes, sir. I'm in Dallas, about to pour down a little bit. Y'all didn't come for the weather. You can't even talk. Let's get into it. So, I'm Lee Houston II from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Brandon is as well. Brandon's my god brother, but we're brothers nonetheless. Absolutely, well, here's how I say it. This is the hill. There's a saying called "Pick your hill to die on." And this is my hill to die on in this order. It's not for debate. It's not for discussion. It is what it is and how it's going to be. Family, God, family, wrestling.
Yeah.
That's my hill to die on, and that's how it's going to be.
Well, like I said, we are from Baton Rouge. Like you say, he's my god brother. He's my brother. I don't, we forgot him, but he's like my brother. He came up with me, raised with me. When I kind of whooped him, he kind of whooped him.
Mm-hmm.
When I ate, he ate. So, bro, how many years we in now? 25 years probably?
Yeah, Lord.
Knowing each other. His mother treats me like her son.
Mm-hmm.
I love her cooking. When I can get her in the kitchen, I love trying to get her in the kitchen. So if you are listening to this, Mr. Neal, I'm coming to Dallas. If you don't want to pick that little sardine tickets in, I'm all up for it.
Man, I remember, I'll never forget one particular day. I remember your sister lost something, and the first person to get blamed was me. Someone was replaced she needed for school, and first person that they asked was me. Like, did you take it? I'm like, no. And mom just grilling me on it, and they're tearing the room apart for it, and they found I forgot what it was exactly, a lanyard or something.
Yeah, and I remember. I know what you're talking about now.
And the whole time, Sonya, his mother was like, "Oh, I found it. Never mind, my fault."
Yeah. And you know what's crazy about I'm gonna say our mothers, but my mother in particular is that I remember one time, and this is very funny, is that literally we used to take the standardized test, and I'll let you know about that all too well. We love it that those days are over.
Wait, say what?
I passed. I say the leak test. I say you remember?
Oh yeah, the leak test. Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling a story of basically when they had a guy with the same name as me. He failed his leak. I passed my leak, which they made my mother pay for summer school, and she went home and beat my tail. She gave me a good whoop. Like I said, I'm gonna keep the peace. I ain't gonna really say what she really did. But then when I come from summer school, and they was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Wright. We had the wrong test. He passed." She was like, "Can I get my money back?" She was like, "No, you can't get your money back." I said, "Can I get an apology?" And she was like, "You can't get an apology. You'll eventually go through something wrong."
Yeah.
I was mad. I was so. I was absolutely upset.
Man, I'll tell you, like I only got whooped by your mama one time. The one time. She whooped all three of us in one day.
Yeah, was it wrestling or something? I forgot what happened because she was big on that. If one catch it all, gotta catch it.
I can't remember what it was specifically. I know the year was 90. I want to say the year was 99. We did something stupid, and we all three of us got. Well, I was younger than both of y'all, so I got it lighter. But y'all got it bad.
I know.
Now, of all my people in the north here, we here in the south, we believe if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. So we believe whooping that tail.
Oh yeah.
And it's biblical, by the way.
We're gonna say the south because you said the north, but yeah, in the south, yeah, we believe you gonna catch a whooping. If you did something wrong, you get it.
Ain't no timeout, ain't no extra chore. Although I had all that stuff, ain't no timeout, ain't no extra chores. No. You did something wrong, come here, whoop your tail.
Exactly. That's exactly how that goes in our household. Like I say, LA. I remember one time you was trying to come to an event that I was throwing at the house, and
yeah, man.
She was like, "Where you going?"
I remember exactly what you're talking about. It was 10-something at night, and Brandon was like, "Hey, come over here. It's pumping over here. Come over here." So I said, "Okay."
You can't say it's popping. Now it wasn't popping. It was a little event.
Yeah.
I don't know what popping is. Trying to get me killed.
So I get ready to go over there. I don't know how in the world I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try. My mom said, "Boy, where the hell you think you're going?" Now, had that been the daytime, no problem. But it had to be at night.
Hey, I forgot who said that saying better than me. I think they said the freaks come out at night or something like that. So, I ain't going no farther than I'm going farther than that.
Now, had it been the daytime, I could make it no problem. But no, you had to be at nighttime. And my mom called me, "Boy, where the hell you think you're going?"
He was like, "Boy, her Brandon. No, you're not. Brandon ain't up at this hour. Get some shit back this time." Oh, boy, that was funny.
Oh, man.
But me and now onto the trucking stuff. Now I'm gonna throw a little trucking stuff and gaming stuff in there as we go along. But I'm not the only trucker in the family. My brother used to actually be on the road too.
See?
And I didn't actually know this. It was something that I found out that was new after I got my CDL. So, brother, how was your experience out on the road?
It's the my first time was with my pastor at the time. He had a trucking company. I think he still does. And he offered me to help him out. So it was like I had 3 days on, 2 days off. So he come in around 7, like 5. Come in the warehouse at 5. We get on the road at 7. Okay. So by the time we finish, it's like 3, 4 in the morning. I'm knocked out. I'm exhausted. This dude over here, my pastor, by the way, at the time, his name is Jason. That's all I can tell you. He's super hyped up because he got to drive, So he's on all kind. Like he's on coffees. He's on he's not on. He had coffee. He had there's a solution that helps drivers stay up at night. I've got what it's called. It's like a little mix you put in your water or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah. So but he yeah. He got a bunch of caffeine pumping, and it's like 3, 4 in the morning. We getting ready to clock out, and I'm like, not clock out. We getting ready to end it, and I'm like over here knocked out. He's all hyped up. So I remember one time he tried to, well not try. He dropped some revelation in me. By the way, it's like 12 at night. I'm halfway out of it. He told me something powerful. He said he's talking about serving in the church, like in the body of Christ in general. And he said a lot of people want to eat, but nobody want to be in the kitchen cook. Nobody want to be in the kitchen cooking the meal. You know, a lot of people want to eat. Everybody want to eat, but nobody want to be in the kitchen cooking the meal. In other words, everybody want to be served, but nobody wants to humble themselves and serve somebody. And like
that's how the road is, man. Like our days. Give you an update on it in 2023. My days usually start at 12 o'clock in the morning and ends at around 10 o'clock in the morning. So basically, I work like a 10-hour shift. But most of the things driving is just, it just gets so easy and all that. Yes, it's easy if you like to actually drive.
mm-hmm.
I did this because I had a passion for travel. Like, and the best way that I could travel that I know was via a vehicle. And hey, I got my CDL and started driving the world. Went to beach, like I've been all over California, even to like almost every beach in California. So Arizona, I've really been everywhere. And you can taste it. So that was my thing. So the thing that you're talking about, actually, everybody wants to be served, but don't nobody actually want to get into the kitchen to cook. Very true statement. I'm in the kitchen right now.
Yes, indeed. And then, like the worst, I wouldn't say the worst, but the most not fun moment was when my dad came aboard, and it went from fun to all business. It's like then I worked with my daddy on the truck, and it's like the only difference is the money was better. So you work all week, you get the weekend off, and it's all business. And I would say working with my pastor was more fun. And all it is on the road, is that you're driving. You take a lunch break whenever you want because you're driving. So your break time's whenever.
And your break time is how long, too. It doesn't matter how long it is. You can take an hour, 2 hours. The maximum I think you take, if I'm not mistaken, is 2.5 hours. So yeah, after that you got it. Like then from there you just go safe to safe, man. It's so fun. Like you said, your pastor was fun. Your daddy was all business.
Yep.
Like yeah, it's to me it's 24 hours fun because if you like seeing scenery, mountains, lakes, oceans, and meeting new people, you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
Even though what's crazy is, I will say this, I got into this work because you didn't have to have somebody looking over your shoulder. You didn't have a direct supervisor or anything like that. So that's actually why I got into it, because I wanted to be anti-social, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you kind of like that.
I got to the point where now I'm kind of so social with people on the road, but I guess I'm only seeing them once or twice in a lifetime. I could want to put it like that. But it's very fun though.
And now, like I'm the furthest I've gone is Tishomingo, Oklahoma. That's the furthest I've gone.
Oh man, the furthest I have gone is actually I've been to Alaska, but I've been to Vancouver, Canada, and the lowest I have been is to Baja California, which is in Mexico.
Yeah.
It's very fun. Mexico is actually pretty fun. When I went over there, I was kind of like scared. I was thinking because, they said Mexico can be a very dangerous place. But when I went down there, it was very fun. And you'll be surprised that a lot of Americans are in Mexico. Canada is just the nicest place I've been to.
I love Canada.
Super nice.
My favorite spots in Canada, I had to say Calgary, and Montreal.
Oh, okay. I haven't been there yet.
And the only reason why I love Canada for two reasons: free health care, and of course, professional wrestling.
I feel you. I know you got to throw that wrestling in there.
I got to, man. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to come back to trucking in a little bit. But I'll tell you what, I remember one particular night. It was the year 2000. I'll never forget as long as I live. This far I was schooled on how wrestling works. And my brother did it really, really messed up. I remember right in the middle, smack dab in the middle of the show, my brother decides to tell me, you know that's not real, right? And
I didn't mean to crush your dreams.
yeah, I'm like, I was heartbroken. Like, what the hell you talking about? It's not real. And then older wrestler fan, fellow wrestler fan, broke it down to me. There's a thing called kayfabe. Kayfabe is basically the secret sauce to wrestling. That's what makes it work. If no kayfabe, if you don't have that, it's not gonna work. And there's one thing we do not in the wrestling world. We do not use the word ever in this life. It's the F word, and that word is fake. It's called. You can use any other word. You can use the word what you call it? Script. Yes, it is scripted. Yes, it's predetermined. But nothing is like. It's really not to have surgery. I'll tell you that.
Like my early wrestling like memories with my cousin Taylor Love, so but saying that I used to call it like a soap opera, and she was like, yeah, it's like entertaining, like it's entertaining television.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it's not like a soap opera. I don't watch the stories or stuff like that. And speaking of it, brother, I don't know if you remember this, but also I'm gonna throw a little bit of anime in here as well because I am a anime geek / nerd. But I remember when I used to want to come home and watch Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if like I say, I know you probably didn't watch these type of cartoons, but you like to watch wrestling, and let's say, for instance, when the sword came on, wrestling came on, boy, that used to hurt because you can't get the TV. One time I ran home just to watch my soap on with other stories on can't watch it. And I don't think kids of today will ever know how bad it was when you didn't have a TV in your room. And you was a one television household. Yeah, but I'm giving away my age now. I'm gonna stop.
Man, love speaking of being a nerd. By the way, I saw one anime, like a clip of this guy and this girl baking the cake, and you close your eyes, and what they were saying when you close your eyes, it's like, oh wow, that's anime for you. Like,
well, depending on what type of anime you watch, I'm mostly like an action guy.
mm-hmm.
The actual word for it is shonen, but yeah, I'm more of an action pack guy. So whether it's Dragon Ball Z, anime like Lord, what was on my tongue?
Well, aside from pro wrestling, I do love Marvel. Well, I like DC, but I love Marvel.
I still say this is debatable. Like DC still has some of the most overpowered people in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody says, "Oh, why you gotta go get the strongest?" When you got Superman, you got Dr. Manhattan, yeah, you got some really overpowered people. And the storylines is like darker, but also good. So.
There's one debate I had with somebody, like, it's kind of debatable as well, that Marvel versus DC. In my opinion, Marvel has some more. DC is same old. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, all these folks. Marvel has more soul. It has diversity.
Okay. Well, if you do a deep dive into DC, because see, Marvel was good when it was ran by Stan Lee.
Uh-huh.
like DC been a conglomerate company, and it always reached out to buyers of superheroes and do stuff like that. So DC is a conglomerate. Marvel was winning when they had fans. Not as Marvel now is a conglomerate. The shows are kind of like I would say DC and Marvel are probably sitting on the same plateau as far as you talk about Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, stuff like that. But like I say, we also have the Martian Manhunter. What else we got? We got Dr. Manhattan. Like I say, it's a lot of them, man. Like Static. If I'm not mistaken, Static Shock was acquired by DC as well, and the Static Shock is and Black Lightning. So they actually had some fire shows. I've come down to say I love the Black Lightning.
Well, speaking of DC Marvel, check out Quantumania 3 coming soon. I got a clip of it here. Check this out.
You're an interesting man, Scott Lang. You're an Avenger. You have a daughter. But you've lost a lot of time, like me. We could help each other with that. Who are you? I'm the man who can give you the one thing you want. What's that? Time.
They can rewrite existence and shatter timelines. You cannot trust him.
I don't care who this guy is. I just lost so much. He can give us a second chance.
Let me make this easy for you. You will bring me what I need, or everything you call life will end.
This is all my fault.
You may not want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
You thought you could win.
I don't have to win. We both just have to lose. I'm sorry, Cassie.
Check it out, February 17th. By the way, my brother's new to this podcast life. That's why when you play the commercial, you gotta let people hear it,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Problem. I was just making sure.
Oh yeah. And
I'm very new to this podcast.
oh yeah, man. It'll be alright. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta take care of my dad right before I do that. Hang on a second here. Alright, I can do that later. So Marvel, February 17th, presents Quantumania 3. Ant-Man 3, basically. If you haven't seen it, go Disney Plus, check out Ant-Man 1 and 2. I like it.
Yeah. Actually, I liked it too. So now I can get over here to which is going to be one of my favorite subjects that I actually seen that you put together on our Twitter, and he was like, well, I'm more wrestling, my brother's more the gamer, but I do remember this back in the day. You used to love the wrestling games back in the day.
And never good at it, but I love them.
Yeah, you used to love to watch me play them as well, and be imitating what was on the screen. To the point where I believe we got in trouble for probably imitating some of the moves when we was younger.
Oh man, I'll tell you. I remember we was in the backyard I tried to do a I can't remember what the move was, and we got in so much trouble.
It's bad when only you don't even remember the move anymore. You just remember the trouble that you got into.
Oh man.
Yeah. We wasn't that bad as kids though.
Oh shit. Well, I'll tell you this. I wasn't that bad. I'll tell you this. I got back in school. I got in trouble so much. I knew the principal schedule by heart.
I thought I was the only one that did that.
I got suspended one time. Didn't tell my mom. I can't tell my mom I got suspended from school. So my dumb self, what I did, I went to school some reason, and I did all right till lunchtime. Man, I don't know why. I don't know what's made me go to lunch. I was hungry, of course, but man, I got caught. The principal at Capital Middle School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the assistant principal, Mr. Cole at the time. Yeah, boy, what you doing here? You ain't supposed to be here. I got caught. Mom, of course, was furious. But luckily for me, I already spent my first day of suspension at school, so I got one day to go. I went to a detention center at Capitol High School. That was used for a detention center. My mom was furious. All ride over there. And it wasn't a long ride. It was around the corner from my house at the time.
Ooh. Man, you want to speak about, you got caught. Mr. Cole got you.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Smith, Mr. A. Smith got me.
Uh,
And he just got mad because he took. Well, I shouldn't have had my phone there anyway. But yeah, he took my phone, and I got mad about it. But he gave me back my phone. I got suspended. We ain't gonna talk about all of the events that went down because I know my mom can remember them well than I can, and I'm gonna get cussed out again.
oh, definitely.
Yeah, but it was extremely funny that she had to come from work. See that well, I'm saying it was funny, but it wasn't funny on her behalf. Because that used to get me in trouble. I'd be like, nah, don't call me. I already called my dad because he's actually working somewhere around the area. So, and on lunch break, he would come get me and be like, okay, take you home. Have to tell your mom now, but she didn't have to come there. So when she come home, she'd be like, oh, what you doing here? Oh, I got suspended. Why they didn't call me? Oh, they called dad. Oh, okay. Well, still gonna get it, but glad they didn't call me. If I had to leave work, I'd have been mad.
Ooh.
I used to know. Don't slap your start.
There was one teacher. I can't remember her name, but she was a short lady, and she had this one punishment that I kind of understand now. Forget calling your mama. You'll keep between us, but I'm gonna need you to write out this dictionary and write every single word of this dictionary.
Ooh.
Can't remember her name.
Call my mama. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Call my mama. Because I swear then I think I believe I know who you're talking about too. Because she used to catch you. She don't do it while you in her period. She catch you after school and tell you to write all the words out the dictionary. You might be there till about 5:30, 6 o'clock when she leaves. And you know what's crazy? And she'll take you home. She'll take you home. She'll be like, I'm gonna tap you off. No, it's late.
I had this at Capital Middle School. There was the secretary that didn't believe I lived around the corner from the school, and they called me in the middle of the class. Hey, they needed my address for the records. Hey, where you live at? I live on so and so around the corner from here. They couldn't believe all 3 years of middle school. You couldn't believe I live around the corner.
Shoot. When I went to Park Forest, they couldn't believe that I lived literally across the street. Like, obviously I call it my auntie, Miss Wright. She used to work at Troma High. She was my sister's school teacher, and she took a liking into our family. So she's basically like family to me and mine. And they didn't her mother was across the street from the school's parking lot. So that used to kill me. Like if I was to get in trouble, that's why I really never got in trouble at this school. Like it wasn't really anything bad, but like besides talking back or something, because all of those kids had a smartphone. But I wouldn't get in trouble because I'm like, okay, if you call my aunt, she's at a funeral, but her house is down the street. Then her mom's house is right, like literally at the parking lot, and there's her house.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna get it. Like and then on top of that, I seen her with her child one time. I was like, nah, I don't want that. My mom's not that hard. No, I'm good. I was scared of it. When my mom kept it up, I was like, oh, yeah. If you get up out here, I might be next.
Man, I was so bad. My mom would drop me off from school. I don't know why to this day. Like I live around, I could just walk to school, but very rarely I did. But anyway, mom would drop me off at school. 5 minutes later, pick me back up. 5-10 minutes later, pick me back up from school.
What's crazy is, brother, when you was in school with me, when we was at the school together, you used to be there. Like I didn't really remember you leaving like that. Like yeah, of course you would check out early, maybe a couple of hours early. But for the most part, you was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to always, now that you speak of it, I used to always thought you would walk to school because what? Was it 48th or 46?
48.
Okay, so he was on 48. Yeah, that's literally 2 blocks. No, 2 to 4 blocks from the school.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I can't believe that. But you didn't walk. I used to walk from 40th all the way down there.
I did have to walk home after school, but every now and then my mom would bring me to school. I could just walk.
My mom would be at work, so she'd just be like, go ahead and walk yourself to school. I love to drive you up there. Hey, it made me stronger, bro. I will say this. It made me so much stronger.
I remember there was I want to say 6th grade. My social studies teacher in 6th grade. She had a vase on her desk, and somehow, some way, I was running. I was either running and doing something, and I accidentally broke a vase. I don't think I paid it back or nothing.
How do you do that? Like,
I don't know. The choices were pay her back, buy a new vase, or third option, of course, call your parents. And my dad made me go. We go to the store. Of course, my mom. I can't remember what we either replaced the vase, paid her back. So we went to the store, bought a vase, and replaced it. Huh?
I'm still trying to figure out how you broke it. Like,
I can't remember how either, but it broke. And she looked at me like, "No, the hell you didn't."
I'm trying to figure out this brother had ever since. Okay, I always remember you sitting in the back of the class. So I'm like, how you get from the back to the front to break up? Hey.
Well, of course, it was on accident. It was on purpose, of course. But nonetheless, the thing broke.
Well, changing the topic to the Bible now, because you also, I wanted to give you a shout out that you're the most amazing person that, as far as I know, with memory, as far as all of the books of the Bible and all this, I still to this day, and I'm talking about since I was a kid, used to be like, from the memory is impressive, like, because he can remember every book down to a science. And I always wanted to ask you, like, brother, how do you do it? Like, well,
it was years, a combination of everything. Church, of course. I don't know how your childhood's going, like y'all child's growing up, but there's a kids day every Saturday morning. There was a programming of Christian kids shows. We talking like Nana Pudding, Bible Man, Greatest Hero Legends of the Bible. There's one with the Donut. The Donut Man is old school as hell. The Donut Man. Anyway, they would have scriptures, stories in there, the way the kids understand it, you know. And every now and then, tell a story how they would tell it, and just soak all that up. So, if I had to name how many churches I've been in my life, I'd say, well, I I can name them all. I can't put a number on it. I say at least, I say 10 to 20. We
I
talking.
would have to say mine's lower than that. Mine's about 2.
We talking Antioch Church in Bruley, Louisiana. It's our parents' hometown. My mom's from Bruley. His mom as well. Antioch Church is my family church in Bruley. My home church, Baton Rouge. Every time I go there, is Bethany Church and Heavenly Hope Ministries under Johnny Young. There was a church called it's called Church Point. Church Point or Star Point?
I believe you. I think you might be talking about Star Point.
Star Point. We passed Dwight. That was a long time ago. Ooh, it's a long time ago. That's right. It's right by the highway too.
Yeah. Well, of course, I kind of like got into the Bethany scene actually with you because when we was kids, we used to go to that little the Bethany kids thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my first introduction to like all of it there. And then, what it was, Prairieville. It was a church Prairieville I used to go to where my pastor actually passed away. And hey, that's my introduction, but it's just your memory is just so impressive with it to the point where I can ask you questions, and I frequently ask you questions about the Bible. And you always give me unbiased freaking advice and scripture, so I'm just shouting you out on that. That's impressive.
Glory to God, man.
On a side note, Bruley is our mother's hometown.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting fact about mine that you probably didn't know. And I actually found this out when I was like 25. So don't be like, if your mom says, "Hey, you found that out when you was 25," but didn't ask any questions about his mom. My mom was actually born in New Orleans.
Wow, didn't know that either.
I did not know that. That's an interesting fact about it. If you ever talk to someone next time, just be like, "Hey, I didn't know you was born in New Orleans." Something like, "Well, Brandon must have told you."
Yeah.
Until like 5 years ago.
Yes. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Bethany Church in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. At the time, this was they grew now to 5 to 6 campuses now. At the time, it was 2, Baker and Singer Lane, Baker and South Baton Rouge and Singer Lane. And I'll tell you, funny story. The kids' church at the time, I was at the South Campus of Singer Lane. This is the year 2000. I got into it. Our kids' church had a mascot. It was a green gorilla. I got into it with him one time. I got into it with the green gorilla. I can't remember what it was about. And we did not get along at all. Because I thought he was like, I ain't know this was dude in the suit. I thought, now mind you, growing up I had ADHD, so my matches run wild, by the way. So I thought this was like actual being. I forgot this is a dude in the suit. And he would every now and then he would play around with the kids. And I didn't feel like playing at the time. I got into it with him. I forgot this is a dude in a suit doing his job.
You didn't hit him, all right?
Nah, I didn't hit him, but we had a little beef. We squashed it that day. We had a little beef though.
As long as you didn't hit him. Because imagine being in the suit and accidentally getting punched somewhere. He just falls. Like, everybody's gonna laugh, and then us as kids, we just like to jump on people. So hey, everybody's gonna laugh and then jump on it.
Man, speaking of you seeing the jumping on people, it was not. I am not a fighter whatsoever, but I remember this one and only fight in my life I won against a dude named Daniel Lee. One time only in my life I won a fight. It wasn't even a fight. The teacher was right. I was so bad I had to sit right next to the teacher, So this dude named Daniel Lee. I was not in the mood at the time, and this dude kept pestering me. I'm like, dude, leave me alone. And so the teacher saw this, okay? So I grabbed his head, smashed it against the desk, and she was like, hey, get what you get.
Yeah, I remember that day.
Yes, sir. Yes, it was.
Yes, sir. Like, there used to be, this is something that your mom probably didn't know, because a lot of people used to pick on you, and I used to be like, man, don't pick on my brother. Like, y'all don't know that's my brother. Like, I literally will fight for him. Don't do it.
Now, every now and then I would trash talk to where, okay, it's time to back it up, and I'm not a fighter whatsoever. I'm a great trash talker. I'm an excellent trash talker. I'm not a fighter. So when it's come time to pay up, I'm a little broke. If you know what I'm saying. You didn't roll checks. You don't roll checks. Your ass can't cash.
Yeah. That was a lot of times when I used to explain to people, like, look, you just help. Just behind and let it go over your head. Before that, I said you get put that forehead, and that's all like, oh, he's good. He doesn't need my help anymore. Did you? No, I don't think you got suspended for that either, because you was in school the next day.
No, like the teacher, everybody saw it. Everybody saw the same thing. The teacher told the principal, "Hey, like we had this problem." Lee told him to stop. He didn't stop, so he got what he got.
Let's talk about that. Like, I don't condone violence whatsoever now, but it's just like back then, your teacher would run in that child fight. Y'all would not get suspended. It's just like, oh, y'all man now.
Yep.
Smart, y'all know y'all gonna be friends, so go ahead on and get that out the way now.
My teacher had a policy. Look, if y'all got B, squash it now. Okay? Y'all don't take it out of the classroom. Don't take it home. If you got B, squash it right now. Get out the way. Get over with. Squash it right now.
Yeah.
And if it got two, if it got two out of hand, it'll still, all right, that's it. That's enough. And step in if it got two out of hand. But he had the policy, if you got B, squash it now.
Squash it now. That was the actual thing back there. Go ahead on that fight. That would be friends after school, y'all gonna fight. Go ahead on. Do it. So y'all come to school tomorrow.
Yeah.
See that stuff outside.
I can guarantee you that I all my 3 years in middle school, 6, 7, 8 grade, I've never once seen a gun, somebody bring a gun to school like they do nowadays.
Nah, they'll take a mistake on you and go upside your head real quick, but they wasn't bringing no guns.
Yeah.
They weren't trying to kill you. They just wanted to let you know not to mess with you.
Because nowadays, everybody, I'm trying to get my words out here. I would tell you like Pop said on Friday, you win some, you lose some, but live fight another day.
All right, Craig.
But seriously though, man, because hey, it's out of hand nowadays, man.
It is. And you know what's crazy? Now that we're older, we kind of like. Well, I know I can see the fact. I look back, I'm like, man, some of y'all just don't know how to. I don't want to take that anymore. Y'all want to take it off. You gotta take it off.
Uh-huh.
You can't win them all. I love telling people about the fights that I lost more than the fights that I won.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I won my fair share of fights once. I took Taekwondo. Brother probably didn't see me in that little white suit. And most people don't know that. Yeah, even though I'm plus size, I do have a black belt Taekwondo.
Man,
It's that you have to worry about. It's my feet.
I went to your class one time, one session. Somebody punched me in the nuts. I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah, that is true.
I went to your class one time, signed up, paid the fee, I got the white uniform on, took one session, one class. Somebody punched me in the nuts. I ain't doing this no more.
Hey, if you didn't have that cup on, boy, you was gonna get hurt.
But I didn't figure out the purpose of the cup till I was about 17.
I figured out that purpose of that cup at 12.
Like
At 12.
I was at Youth Challenge program, and both of us are graduates of Youth Challenge program. He actually did the real army and everything. I did the Youth Challenge program and everything. And I asked the cadre how you put this on. He just laughed at me, like you know how to do it. Like no, well it's supposed you protect your nuts with it.
like I say, funny story, but I remember this. I never forget this girl's name because she left just that much of an imprint on my life. But I was Taekwondo, and I was a young girl at the time, and she was a green or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Smart, and she literally I call it a switch kick because it's like a feint, then she went up, and it went right underneath, like. And brother, I don't know if you ever seen those for cartoons. Well, the soul is me, palm body, or something. That's how my soul left my body.
Wow.
Like I was just down there in the fetal position, holding, eyes watery, crying, and my instructor just comes over there and say, looks down at me, a little kid. No, he's like a giant, he's towering over me. Just looks down and say, and then kneels on one knee and just like, this is where you cut this. They said, I guarantee you're gonna put it on after the day I'm coming. Yeah, this is.
Wow.
Amy, if you're listening, oh my God, thank you for teaching me about the cup. Also, you didn't have to kick me in the nuts.
Oh man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know I just gotta do this. You know I got to. I got to is what I do. In the wrestling world, we have this thing called the Road to WrestleMania, and it starts at the Royal Rumble. And here's how it works. We have the Royal Rumble match. Nowadays, a men's Royal Rumble, a women's Royal Rumble. The women gets a golden opportunity to have a championship match at WrestleMania. It's how the match works. Two guys start it all. Every 90 seconds, somebody joins in. And now, he's going till we fill up. Number 1 through 30, the first 2 spots. You don't want to be the first 2 because that's the chance of winning. Not that great. All people want for those 2 spots. So, you eliminate by throwing over the top rope. Both feet touch the floor. You're out. Last person standing is the championship match at WrestleMania. I say that because the Royal Rumble this year leads to San Antonio, Texas, and the Alamo Dome on Peacock.
Shut up. Shut up.
Sir.
Well, brother, I gotta ask you this question because I know you usually never miss them. What was the last WrestleMania you've been to?
Actually, last year, 2022.
Where was it held? The Airway Center?
It was at the Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Okay. Did you enjoy it?
Oh man, I loved it. Let me tell you something. This was the first. This was our well, nowadays WrestleMania is 2 nights. So I went WrestleMania Saturday night. Yeah, I went Saturday night. And it was amazing, man. It's like, I believe the number was 70 something. I can't remember the exact number. I want to say 72,000 people. Ah, man, it was great.
That's what's up, man.
The first WrestleMania I went to was WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans.
Yeah. I think I helped build up some stuff to the one in New Orleans. Like, I tell Sean, I don't know if y'all know that yet, but I definitely did deliver some work equipment to New Orleans. And I think you couldn't believe that I was going there.
Yeah, I'm like, cause my brother ain't watched. My brother ain't been involved in wrestling in years, and he had a route for WWE in New Orleans. Like, and the route was the ring equipment. Now, by the way, people think I want y'all to understand this. The ring comes in pieces, and the referees and rookies. Well, it's not required, but it's called paying your dues in the wrestling business, and how it's done. Rookies and referees are required to set up the ring. The rookies learn the respect for the wrestling business and how this everybody has their part in putting this together so we can have this big show. But in order to do that, somebody got to assemble the ring.
Yeah.
And
That's the good thing about my job is that I don't touch anything, so they have load their own stuff.
And Brandon had a truck delivery. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. The day he told me, now, like, WWE is in New Orleans. Yeah, I got delivery for him. I'm like, no way. And then he got free tickets to go to the show and everything.
Yep, you actually, when you're a truck driver and you go to the show, they actually do let you see the show for free.
Yeah. But not free tickets, he saw it for free.
Fun experience.
Yeah.
That was a very fun experience. And actually, like I say, but it was actually entertainment. So it's just, hey, it's fun. I will give it to you. It is fun. Nice to be out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I had to pick a moment in my wrestling, in my life as a wrestling fan, I would say my favorite of all time. I would say it was WrestleMania. Let's see here. We gotta go back in time. WrestleMania 17. No, WrestleMania 18 in Toronto, Canada.
How old was you?
I was about, it's 2001, so I was about 10-ish.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here.
Okay. I know what show you're talking about.
No, I was 9. Excuse me, I was 9. It was The Rock, Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 18, and I want to say Toronto.
If I'm not mistaken, back then the pay-per-view was what, $59.99?
Yeah, so I had to wait till the next day, right? All that night, I didn't know I know it was paper. I know it was WrestleMania night. I didn't know what's going on. So I had to wait till Monday to find out what happened. And of course, The Rock won that match. Hogan lost. Hogan. I don't think it's the first time in years he had a wrestling match in Canada at the time.
Yeah.
This is bad. Let's see here. I can pull it up here. I forgot where it was specifically. I want to say Toronto. WrestleMania 18 was, let's see. Yeah, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Yeah.
Well, I believe if you had the ability, you would be literally everywhere. Like, you could travel with the show.
Oh, you damn Skippy. If I could, I would absolutely do that in a heartbeat. God willing, I would be an old man enjoying my wrestling. As an old man, I'll be in the wheelchair somewhere watching my stuff as an old man. Tell you right. In fact, everybody about me knows this. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 7 o'clock. You know what time it is.
Don't call him. Don't disturb him. I will let y'all know. Like I knew he loved me. Like, and me and my brother always said we love each other. So, by the way, no weird stuff with that, but we always say we love each other. But it is it's so crazy that literally he tells, like, he'll pick up the phone for me and say, "Now you know what time it is." and I just be like, and sometimes I get confused because I forget that he loves wrestling so much, you know. And I'm like, "No, what time is it?" you know, and I'm looking at my clock. I'm like, "What time is it?" Like, "Is you okay?" "It's wrestling time. I'll call you after the show."
Sure will.
That's so funny. He even made the joke. Everybody knows my brother also of the Bible. He's a wonderful Christian. He said, "God better not call me wrestling." Don't call me home. Call me home after the show. I said, "Bro, what?"
Mm-hmm.
And I just burst out laughing because it's so funny. And he means it. He literally means it.
Like I remember one particular night. I had my girlfriend at the time wanted to come over the house, and it happened to be wrestling night. And I called the grandma, said she come over. The grandma said these exact words: "No, we're going to church tonight." Here, Pastor Jonathan Stockton got to say. Jonathan Stockton at the time taking over from Pastor Larry. His dad is taking over. We're going to church tonight. Here, what Jonathan got to say. Her exact words. She got mad at me. Said, "Oh, you don't want me to come over because it's wrestling night." And wouldn't talk to me until Valentine's Day. It was January. Okay? It was January. Wouldn't talk to me till February on Valentine's Day. But the fact remains, on my wrestling nights, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I don't care who you are. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, do not disturb.
I understand. Matter of fact, from now on, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to text your mother on Facebook to get her to do certain, because that's going to be funny. You can't tell her no.
Sure. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. I took my mama to WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans, Louisiana. Well, she took me. New Orleans, Louisiana, WrestleMania 30, 2014. Now, mind you, this is a Saturday. Yeah, this was a Saturday. I had graduation at Hope Bible Institute under Johnny Young Jr., a good friend of mine, spiritual mentor and everything. And I had non-refundable tickets, by the way. And so it's decision time. What you gonna do? And guess where I was Saturday, April 6th?
Where were you?
WrestleMania, the Hall of Fame ceremony. By the way, these were non-refundable tickets, and I remember graduation was set March 31st. Okay, I can go graduate. Hope Bible Institute. I have a bachelor's in theology. I can go graduate and then be in New Orleans in time for WrestleMania. I get a text the night before, Friday, talking about change of plans out of my control. Graduation is now Saturday, April 6th. Well, that's the same day as the Hall of Fame ceremony. I got non-refundable tickets. So 2 plus 2 was 4. I'm going to Hall of Fame. Technically, I didn't graduate. I just didn't show up. But I was in New Orleans April 6th.
Well, speaking of that, congratulations, because I didn't know that you graduated. I just didn't know what day you graduated. And also, you probably didn't know that your brother, I graduated with an associate's in information technology.
Yes, sir. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, sir.
Late as hell, congratulations.
I threw off my technology, and basically, I'll be a high paid with this servant.
But anyway, like the point was, I took my mom, and mom was like, she faked it to make it the best. My mom don't give a crap about wrestling whatsoever. She used to watch it back in the day. She don't care for it now. So I'm not gonna care less. So she faked it to make it the best she could. It was the match coming up. It was like right before the Undertaker's match with Brock Lesnar at the time. It was right to Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. My mom couldn't take it no more. I'm gonna sit in the car. I thought mom was in the lobby at the time. I forgot she said she's gonna sit in the car. That's a long while, by the way. And this is a 4-hour show, mind you. So I had to leave after Undertaker's match. He lost 21-1. He had an undefeated streak for 20 WrestleMania straight and lost that WrestleMania. But I had to leave anyway because we had to beat all the traffic. So I couldn't be a part of the celebration later on that night when Bryan won the Undisputed Championship. That's a different story. But I remember my mom faked this to make it the best she could. That's the last time my mom went to a wrestling event with me.
I would imagine so, because the traffic, like y'all said, that traffic in New Orleans traffic is just horrible.
Oh yeah,
it is terrible. But it has nothing on Dallas traffic, so hey. I ain't talking about y'all little state, because like I said, my brother, he relocated to Dallas. How many years has it been now?
I count 6.
6 years.
Since 2014, yeah.
And I've been having my CD up for about 4 years now, and there's only one, like Dallas, yeah, that traffic bad, but at least it moves. I hate New Orleans, because New Orleans is like, Spider-Man just came down there and just started saying everybody gets one. As far as the city lines and the roads go. But Atlanta, I hate Atlanta. I don't know why. I don't like Atlanta. Stop, go. So yeah, she was right to get out there to try to beat that traffic. How long did you sit in that lobby for, though? Because before you called her and be like, hey, I forgot you went to the car.
Actually, I was in my seat the whole time. I had to leave right after the Undertaker's match with Lesnar. So I had to leave right to that. I thought she was in the lobby. So I'm like, oh, she in the car. Yeah, I had to fight through the crowd, go to the car. And by the way, this was back when WrestleMania was one night. This is the last WrestleMania though. WrestleMania 35 was the last WrestleMania one night. This was one night at the time. So I'm broke. My voice is gone. I'm broke, but it was worth every penny.
I feel you, man. The experience it's gotta be lovely.
Oh man.
Think I experienced going down to like the LSU. I used to work there, but I actually used to work there as well. I wound up going to like the LSU versus Bama game when it was home time. I loved it. It was the greatest experience. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm not the biggest football fan, but when you get to the stadium and you start watching the play, it's like, oh man, you can get into it. You really get into it.
Yeah, in Louisiana, the big thing are the Saints and the Tigers.
Yep, Saints and the Tigers. You don't even have to be a fan. Just go down there. You know, especially to Tiger Stadium, where they will literally, we're such a food culture that they'll feed you for no reason. Just walk by a booth and they'll just throw you food. They'll bring you food, give you beer. They're super friendly. They're super friendly.
Ah man, I remember I used to work at LSU parking. It was football season and baseball season had to work. I worked football and baseball season. I remember one time they put me all the way in the back. I can't remember what campus it was. Put me all the way in the back to in front of the gate. So I had to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, and this dude was so drunk off his rocker. He accused me of drinking all his beers. I'm 17, by the way. I don't even drink. I wasn't legal anyway, and I don't even drink at all. I'm 30 years old, never had a drink in my life. So he accused me of drinking all his beers. Like, first of all, I don't drink. Second of all, I'm old enough to drink. Third of all, you can barely see me right now.
I tell me when you told me this, he was like, "You can barely see me, so how can you see the person that drunk your beer?" That was so funny to me. I was like, "Wow."
His eyes was bloodshot red, smell of booze, like he took himself a bath in beer.
Nah. That's LSU for you. That's LSU for you. For sure.
Like, hey man, you been drinking all my beers.
You can't even see me. I gotta ask this though: Have you been to Six Flags over there in Texas? Because I every time I come down there, I stay at the La Quinta that's right on side the Six Flags.
I went.
And it seemed like it'd be so much fun.
I went once. It was all right.
Okay. I said I wanted to go. They said the tickets like $50.
Now,
And since I'm here now, so I might as well.
I don't know if they still do this now, but back then they used to do this. If you have a can of Coke, they take a few dollars off.
Yeah. I mean, I used to do that at Blue Bayou too.
Yeah, I don't know if they still do that nowadays.
I don't know neither. I'll check on that.
A can of Coke gets you in half price, I believe, at the time.
Hey, I'm about to say, brother, I know this ain't financial, but hey, what about that inflation? What about how much a carton of eggs costs now?
Lord have mercy. It's like, I'd be surprised if a goose would crap, well, not crap, if a goose would produce golden eggs. That would be expensive as hell.
Yeah. Just imagine, like I say, lately, my mom, it's like, I can't believe eggs are like, I think they were like maybe $6 or $7. I was like, wow. I said, you remember that? She said, I know. And then I've been seeing this meme that's been going around Facebook of like, I'm in a new business. You got like 3 eggs wrapped up in a sandwich bag, selling eggs.
Oh wow!
It was so funny.
Eggs, like if man, I'm just saying this. If you ever watch YouTube, you see this bull crap scammer thing. Talking about, I just got my $540 stimulus. That's please don't fall for that. That's not true at all.
Oh yeah. No, I don't fall for things like that. People are finding so many ways to try to scam people out of money. It's crazy. I just look back. I just sit there and look, and be like, wow.
Man, it's messed up.
It is. Well, brother, I believe it's been every bit of a good, a good hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead on and call it? Or do you want me to call it?
I got it, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank y'all so much for joining us today. And this is just a little sample of what's to come. Now, by the way, if you happen to like wrestling, whatever, I won't use shameless plug in, if you will. Follow us on. You can follow me at Wrestling Tracks on Facebook, Wrestling Tracks on Twitter, and all over. Go to Linktree, linktr.ee/W-Tracks for information. Follow the Trucker Pod on Twitter. I believe we have a Facebook page soon. Trucker Pod on Twitter. Trucker Pod coming up. We'll have stuff here and there. But thank you for the first episode. By the way, you can check out all the information. Wrestling Chat's going to carry the show for a while until we get our own stuff. And we thank you so much for your support. It's just casual talk. And it's all good. Have a great day, everybody. See you next time.
See y'all next time.